Have you heard about Diljit Dosanjh?
His concerts are selling out. People are going crazy.
Crazy? Do you know that many, many years ago, when Diljit Dosanjh and his friends were struggling to sell tickets, his friends have told me through some connections of my own, there was a time when we were wondering how we will sell tickets enough. This guy was in the room looking in the mirror and behaving as if he was doing an international concert in front of 20,000 people. And they said, we always thought he's mad. But they said, now we understand what he was doing then is what created this reality today.
So alone in his room.
Yep. He'd look in the mirror and he'd say, and he'll talk to thousands and millions of people. In another recent interview, he was asked, you've achieved all these goals. Did you ever thought that this will happen? You know his answer? वैसे तो मैंने बहुत कुछ लिख के रखा है. मेरे दिमाग में जो हुआ है और जो होने वाला है उससे भी बहुत ज्यादा ऑलरेडी हो चुका है. आप अब देख रहे हो. मैं तो कब का दिख चुका. मैं तो जी चुका जी. मैं तो जी रहा हूँ. तो then she asked, the reporter asked कि और क्या हो चुका है. वो आप देखोगे, मेरे लिए तो हो चुका है.
So such a crazy believer in manifestation. No?
Why work alone when the entire universe is ready to support you? You believe in hard work, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe in collective hard work also?
Without a team, you can't do anything big. That's my belief. I can't do anything alone on my own. Yeah.
So imagine now when you use manifestation techniques or the science of it, you've got the entire universal energy working with you as a team. Why work alone when you can get such a huge team working with you and manifesting that reality for you? So when Diljit Dosanjh was in that mirror behaving that way and saying, I am singing in Coachella, don't you think that's a frequency? How is it a frequency? If you say it again and again, I have made $100 million, I have made $100 million. If I hook a EEG to your brain right now, what is it going to do? It's going to catch your brain waves. So when you're saying, I have earned $100 million, don't you think that brain wave has a certain frequency?
Of course it does, yeah.
If it has a certain frequency, do you think that frequency is around somewhere in the universe?
It is.
Do you think it's going to create the attraction based on law of attraction? And how much time does frequency take to attract once it's tuned? Go back to the mobile number.
Immediate.
Right? So now here's what's happening. What we call coincidences are frequencies playing games with each other somewhere in the universe, which we can't fathom that. We can't understand that. But here's how it works. Let's say Diljit was doing this thing in the mirror. What are the odds that somewhere, someone sitting some part of the country talking about in Coachella, one of the producers saying, one day we should get an Indian guy. Somebody must have thought of it.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And here is an Indian guy thinking, one day I'm going to be in Coachella. Don't you think these frequencies are playing with each other? The right timing and the right tuning.
Yeah.
But that depends on how fast you tune, how regularly do you tune, how daily do you tune. But if you don't tune it, what are the odds you take a piano and you don't tune the frequency of the piano every day and just leave the piano for 6 months? Do you know what happens? Out of tune. Same piano. Don't touch it. Out of tune. How?
Even for guitar strings, right?
But why does it go out of tune? At the cellular level, the guitar and the strings have moved 1 million times in the last 6 months. 1 billion times in the last 6 months. And at a very particle level, it has moved. And as a result of that, the frequency has shifted. And because the frequency has shifted from 93.5, it has become 93.4. So now when you play the same string,
it feels a bit off, yeah.
That's a frequency. So people like Diljit Dosanjh, they work with the universe. That's what we got to do. Work with the universe. Why work alone?
Thank you so much. This has been incredible. I'm seeing Diljit right now and I'm also seeing Coldplay. Coldplay selling out. Like, I never expected people are going to wait in queues to thing. Like, my friends went crazy. People in India are trying. When they couldn't get tickets in India, they're trying for the US. I'm sorry, they tried for the UAE. When they couldn't get UAE, they're trying for Singapore. I don't know, like probably Coldplay too manifested this, right?
Of course. Nothing happens in our life without our frequency. You cannot have anything in the vicinity of your 5 feet radius without your electromagnetic waves creating that frequency and attracting that back in your life.